Today, we're staying in a controversial cruise cabin that can actually save you a fortune. So join us on one of our favourite cruise ships in the world as we show you around our cabin that can save you the money. Plus, we're going to be trying lots of cruise food and enjoying the features of this amazing ship. So, let's do this.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Hi guys, so we've got 6 sea days on this cruise and we've been using this Seaplex a lot. When it's just Ben and I, we don't usually come in here, but when we're with the family, we've actually used this a lot and it's been fantastic. Having a little game of throw the beanbag, let's see who wins.
So guys, you know I'm going to be the biggest tosser. It's inevitable, isn't it? Right, let's do this. Yes!
Whoa!
Woo, woo, woo! Gourmet.
All in one there.
Biggest tosser of the cruise award. Treat yourself, guys. Honestly though, we've had the best time on Anthem of the Seas. There's going to be so much more coming up with the ports in our next episode. We've also been making extra episodes on our Patreon as well, exclusively for our patrons. They help us to create unbiased and honest content like this. You can find out all the information in the description section below. But this Seaplex has been amazing. There is just so much to do in here, so many activities, especially for the boys. We've just not been bored at all. Oscar really liked the laser tag as well as the dodgem cars as well. I mean, dodgem cars on a cruise ship, whatever is next. Anyway, we're gonna go for some lunch in the buffet to show you exactly what is an offer on a buffet on a sea day here on Royal Caribbean. And then I promise you, we're gonna show you our very, very unusual cabin and one that saved us money. So let's go eat, I'm starving.
So we came to the Windjammer buffet for our lunch, and if you've been on Royal Caribbean before, it's all your favourite food and it's very similar to all the ships that you're gonna go on. One tip though is it is quite busy, especially at breakfast and lunchtime, but if you come to the very back of the buffet, not only is there some outdoor seating areas, it's always quiet. So this is our favourite spot. We literally get the same table every single day because it is so quiet up here.
Now it has all of your favourite buffet selection items. You've got a huge salad station with different varying levels of salad every day. Today is a really good one. It's the best buffet we've seen. Some haven't been quite as good, but this one is good. Lots of salad items, lots of meats and curries, rices, cheeses, things like that. You've got soups, and then you've got a big American selection. You've got burgers, hot dogs, chicken, all of that stuff. Then you've got some specials like seafood specials. You've got a lovely noodle section as well where they make fresh noodles for you as well. But there is quite a long line there every single day. And then a big selection of desserts as well. Every single thing you're going to need to find on a buffet, isn't there, David?
You'll find something. There is something for everybody if you can't find it in the buffet. And don't forget there is other places on the ship to go for lunch, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I'm going to tug into my food because I've been yakking so long. I probably left it and it's going to be cold. Thankfully, it's half a salad. I just went for a big salad selection and some of the Moroccan chicken, which was the international flavour of the day. Let's see what Morocco tastes like. Really nice flavour. The spices on that are delicious, really flavourful, almost like a tandoori chicken. Really good, and I got myself a nice big salad to go along with it. So yeah, we like the buffet on Royal. It's always good. It's a big crowd pleaser as well. It has something for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than Norwegian's recent offerings for sure, because we were very disappointed on the Epic about how bad it was on there. There is so much more food. Now, it isn't always quality over quantity or quantity over quality. The buffet's been fine. It is just fine, guys. It is what it is. If you prefer a nicer meal on sea days, you've got places like the main dining room that are open. We really like 270 at the back as well because it's a lot quieter and calmer. Unfortunately, the food back there hasn't changed at all in our 14 days, so it has remained the same every single day. But I got a salad as well, some nice feta cheese, some nice steak and some chicken and some little vegetable-y bits, and not bad at all. Pretty good.
So we got a selection of finger desserts, our own little dessert
Of
trolley.
what? Finger dessert?
Finger-sized desserts, like little selection of them.
Oh, okay.
I got the coffee cheesecake. Looks very good. Let's see how good it is. Now, I love my coffee, but that is strong. Real espresso kick flavour there. It's really nice. And then we also have a chocolate bar. Rich, creamy, nice fluffy base. The desserts are pretty good on Royal. And they have such a wide selection, which is great.
So me and Oscar have got the pleasure of trying the Oreo little cakey thingamabob. Let's have a little try, shall we? I'll have the first try, Oscar, if that's okay. Is that acceptable?
No, it's not acceptable. How dare you?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get it out.
Sprinkle me with glitter and call me a disco ball, because that is absolutely bloomin' delicious, Oscar. And because I'm such a good uncle, I'm gonna let you finish it. Got to hold myself back, guys, because the desserts have actually been very, very good on this cruise ship so far, haven't they, Oscar? Especially the cookies, the oat and raisin cookies. They are literally my kryptonite.
By the way, this is yours. oatmeal and raisin ones. They're my favourite. They're super good.
They're good, aren't they?
They are amazing.
But anyway, less teasing. We're going to go back to when we first boarded the cruise. That's why we're going to change clothes and show you around our cabin. Let's go have a look, shall we?
Now, let's take a look around the cabin. I can't wait to show you around this cabin. It's really unusual because it's an unusual shape. It's actually a square cabin, and there's only a handful of these on this type of ship. So shall I show you around? Should we have a look around, Ben?
Yeah, let's do it. This is really weird. It looks almost like a junior suite, but no. Like David said, a regular balcony cabin. And there's something outside which makes this cabin a lot cheaper, so you can actually grab yourself a huge bargain. Let's have a look around, shall we? Take it away, David.
Yes, so let me show you around. Now, you might notice there's an abundance of water. I think, did we over-order on these?
Well, we are in the Dubai desert, David, so we might need a lot of water, hey?
We're hoarding, water hoarders now. We ordered these before we came. We got a deal on them, and it is a 2-week cruise as well, so that's why there's absolutely tons of water here.
I think it was about $40.
Was it $40?
For 24 bottles of Evian, which is really good.
Yeah, it's actually a really good price for Evian. You do actually get free bottles of water if you're a Crown and Anchor Diamond member. So we get 4 free bottles because we are Diamond. A little card there that says we're compliments. So the cabin, you've got your little seating area. This is where you can get ready, you can do work. It's got a chair here for you to pull out, and your all-important sockets are here as well. So we've got some US sockets, a European, USBs, and you've got a nice big mirror as well. So that's kind of like your vanity work area.
That whole table pulls out as well, doesn't it? So you can make a little dining area, which is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is pretty cool. So that literally pulls out, so you can move that out of the way. Oh, a little top tip. You've probably seen this on my other videos, but we've actually taken this table outside to the balcony before, and we've used it as a dinner table or just like a work table if we've got some work to do, and we've sat outside on the balcony using that table. That's a little tip there.
It's great for room service, isn't it?
Like breakfast or lunch, you can have it on the balcony. And you might spot a wee kettle here. Because we booked from the UK, they automatically put a kettle in our room. So I don't know if it is because it's a cruise from Dubai maybe, or because we booked from the UK. We've got a kettle in the room with some little teas and coffees and little things like that as well.
Now, Anthem of the Seas does usually sail out of the UK, so that's probably the reason they've got them on board as well, because she is a UK-based ship usually, but she's on her way to Singapore with us.
Yeah, very nice. I do love my morning tea or my evening tea. You can grab all the fruit ones from the buffet, stuff them in your pocket, and then bring them to the room and, you know, take some home that you don't use as well. We don't steal. You look really tall, Ben.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the roof is quite low down here. We're on deck 6. This is cabin 6258. So this is a strange cabin, guys. You might be noticing that the shape of it is weird, like I hinted to earlier on. It's basically a square cabin, and it is really nice. I really do like it. My brother, Oscar, and Sophie are just next door, and they're in a regular balcony cabin. Now, their cabin's lovely. It's really long. The cabins on board this ship and the Quantum class ships are really large, which is something that we really like. They've got a lovely big sofa, but it's a completely different shape. Their bathroom isn't as nice as ours, as you're going to see, because we've got a bigger shower, and they've got a slightly smaller balcony outside as well. This is exactly the same price, and you'll see why we booked it cheaper as well.
If you're looking for a way to stand out and succeed online, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that's perfect for you. One of the coolest things about Squarespace is how easy they make it to sell content directly from your website. Whether it's online courses, blogs, videos, or memberships, you can easily put your content behind a paywall and earn recurring revenue. Managing payments is also a breeze with Squarespace Payments. Getting set up is quick and easy, so you can start receiving payments right away. Plus, they support a variety of popular payment methods like Klarna, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and more. And when it comes to building your website, you don't need any design or coding skills at all. Squarespace's new design intelligence feature combines 20 years of design experience with advanced AI technology to help you create a personalized website that's truly your own. We've been using Squarespace for years now, and honestly, we can't recommend it enough. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Ben and David to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Behind me, you've got a little area where you can pop all of your stuff. You've got the TV. Now, our TV does have 2 really big burn marks on it, big white burn marks. So we might ask about that and see if we can get it replaced, because it's quite Nope, I'm not trying to steal the TV. It doesn't move, it doesn't swivel, but that's fine because it's right in front of the bed. Because like I said, this is a square cabin and it feels just so bright because you've got these two big sets of windows, the normal balcony doors, and then you've got another window. It really does feel like a cheeky junior suite. We have been on a junior suite before on the Spectrum of the Seas, I think it was, and it feels very similar, a little bit smaller. Now here you've got loads of drawers, so I'm going to store all my camera stuff here, plenty of space. A big drawer here as well. Oh, you've got a hairdryer, which is great, so you do not need to bring a hairdryer on board. Might not be the best one in the world, but just all cruise ships basically have a hairdryer. Underneath you've got a fridge as well, which is really great. Now it doesn't get freezing like a normal fridge, it is just a cooler, but it's great for putting those bottles of water in there, just so we've got some nice drinks on hand. But it is a lovely space, there's plenty of space here. And just behind me you've got a small chair as well. So one thing that this cabin doesn't have, which those other cabins do have, is that big sofa, which does double up as an extra bed. This room is just meant for two, it can't get any bigger as well, which is perfect for us, but I really do like it. And that bed looks very lovely. We're still suffering from a bit of jet lag. It's a 4-hour time difference from the UK to Dubai, so we're still getting used to the time. But my first impressions of this cabin are really, really good. I really like it. It just feels so spacious, like we can have a little dance and do a bit of exercise, and I really like it. I'm feeling very happy, guys. I'm just super excited about this whole trip because it's a very exciting one, and it's great to be back on one of our favourite ships as well. If you didn't watch last week's episode, we show you our whole boarding of the ship and everything around the ship that we really like, because it is one of our favourite ships. So make sure you go back to last week's episode and take a look at that as well.
Yeah, so let's have a look at... Oh, I just saw myself in the mirror there.
Would you give yourself a shock?
Didn't give myself a shock. I thought, oh, who's that attractive man in the corner?
Oh, treat yourself.
So nice full length mirror there, which actually helps make the room feel a lot brighter and bigger. I just love it, it's so bright and spacious. Aircon controls just next to the bathroom just there, so if you are looking for them, we're going to make sure that's on the coldest we can ever get it because we like it sub-zero.
68 degrees is the coldest you can get it, if you're wondering.
Oh, there you go, 68 degrees. Now, the bathroom, it's a great layout. We're always impressed with the bathrooms in Royal. They're always like just practical. They're not the biggest in the world, but they're not the smallest. But we've got a lovely big shower. Check out the size of that shower. It's a really nice, big, spacious shower. Plenty of storage. You've got some nice shelves there, nice shelves on the bottom, and a little sink as well. It's all just very, very practical. And it's a great bathroom space. Should we do the towel test, Ben?
Do the towel test. How are the towels, David? Oh,
geez. Rougher than Rod Stewart's singing voice, to be honest, Ben.
That's not very nice.
No, they're not good, are they? Royal, seriously, we see it every cruise. Please improve your towels. It gets you dry, so what else do you need?
Softness, David. Cotton softness. Egyptian cotton, please.
I mean, you may need to moisturise your butt cheeks after you use them towels once you've dried yourself, but hey ho.
What a vision that is.
Exactly. Some people might enjoy that vision. I don't know. So shall I show you the boudoir? The boudoir?
The boudoir.
The boudoir.
Ooh,
My
the
gosh,
boudoir.
that jet lag plus that coffee that I just drank. Whew, mixed together. This is the bed slash wardrobe area. So unlike the other cabins, we actually have a little bit less wardrobe space than the standard balconies. So each side of the bed has a cupboard area where you can hang some items, a couple of drawers underneath, and then we have these two large cupboards at the top as well. I think it'll be plenty for the two of us. Like Ben said, this cabin's only designed for 2 people, so you're not having like a family in here. So I think it's going to be okay for the 2 of us, but it is a 2-week cruise, so it might be a little bit of a squeeze.
It's just the lack of hangers, isn't it? There's not many of them, which is because it's a big wardrobe.
Yeah.
There's just about 4 bloomin' hangers, no, maybe about 7 or 8.
2, 4, 6, there's 8 hangers in here, so you probably can ask the room steward for more hangers, which I will be doing. And oh, look, this one's been sponsored by sportsdirect.com.
Oh gosh, treat yourself.
Oh come on, do you think Royal's getting desperate?
Money saving.
Money saving. They've sent somebody down to Sports Direct to steal all the hangers. How unusual. I wonder if we're going to get one of those massive Sports Direct mugs somewhere.
So now the bed. The bed looks massive. It does look a bit sort of like it's sagging a little bit, but hey, the ship isn't the newest ship. We've noticed that the light won't turn on, so the switch is broken by one side of the bed, but there is a charger which is really nice. You've got a North American plug outlet by one side of the bed, but nothing on the other. Now I have checked the phone to see if it has a USB slot, because some of them do, but it doesn't. So you might just need to bring a long wire which you can take under the bed so you can both charge your phones, which will be quite nice. Now, like I said, the bed looks really, really big, and it is. This can be split into 2 singles or a twin bed, or you can have this big queen size bed as well, which is really nice. On the the other side as well, you've got some more storage space as well as a small safe as well. It's not going to fit anything that big in. And looking at it, it really doesn't have any hangers in there either. I think it's got 8 in there as well. So if you do want extra hangers, let your room attendant know. But I am very impressed with this cabin. It is really nice and cool. Just how light it is so lovely, and it's something that I really appreciate. It's going to be lovely to sit on the bed, watch all of these beautiful scenes go by of all of the countries we've never been to before. But overall, quite impressed. Let's take you outside and show you why this cabin is a lot cheaper than usual, because you might be surprised. You can save a small fortune by booking this one thing and doing this one thing.
Now let's go out to the balcony, because this is where you can save money on that cabin. First impressions, it's absolutely huge. It's probably 3 times bigger than a standard balcony cabin. It's definitely bigger than our family's cabin. They're in a standard balcony, so it's a lot longer. You get a lot of space on this balcony, which is fabulous. But have you noticed one thing that is unusual about it? We're right in front of a lifeboat. So this is classed as an obstructed view cabin, which means that they are cheaper than a standard cabin. Now, your obstruction can come in many forms. It could be quite a large obstruction, or it could be quite small like this one is. So we can't really see down to the water, but for us, it's not really impacting us, and to be honest, I'd rather save the money. So that is a great tip to save some money on a balcony cabin, is to look for an obstructed view cabin.
I can't get over how big it is. It is really, really, really lovely and big. But one thing that I am noticing, guys, my gosh, it is run down on this balcony. It is absolutely filthy. There is dirt just about everywhere, and everything's looking a little bit run down. Behind me on these walls, there's black stuff which is just coming off with my fingernail. I'm not sure what that is. The floor is absolutely filthy. The doors are covered with black soot, and it is just wiping off with a simple wipe of my finger. The glass on the balcony is completely filthy, and the chairs look very, very run down indeed. They look like they need to go on the scrap heap and replacing. I'm getting Norwegian Epic vibes, and for such an expensive cruise, because this is not a cheap cruise at all, we expect a little bit better from Royal Caribbean, especially because they're usually very clean. Now you might be thinking, why is he mourning because the crew work so hard and don't have time to clean? Well, this cruise ship has just travelled all across the south of Africa for nearly a month with no passengers on board. So we're the first passengers to be on board after almost a month. So they have had plenty of time to look at some of the issues, things like our lights being broken inside, there's holes in the curtains and things like that, and the balcony being absolutely filthy. So there really is no excuse. It really should have been cleaned. The ship has been here in Dubai as well for nearly 48 hours as well. So there's been plenty of time to get this clean, but it is absolutely filthy out here. So we are going to complain. We don't usually complain about stuff like this, but we are going to say something because we want it to have a good clean in here. It just isn't clean enough for us. And you know, cruise ships have had a really bad rep in the past because of COVID and illnesses spreading and things like that. And it's just one of the things that we're seeing more and more often now, which really does suck, but it is really dirty in here, guys. And like I said, most of it can just be wiped away very easily. So that's a little bit disappointing. But on the plus side and the positive side, how lucky are we to have such a large balcony? This isn't something that I was expecting. It is huge. It really is like a sweet balcony out here. And that obstruction, which does save you money, $300-400 per person on a 2-week cruise like this, is fantastic. That is in no way in our way. We can still see out. Now do check when you're booking, because they usually say when you're booking the percentage of the obstruction. So for example, I think ours was about 25% obstructed. It does get worse than this. So you do get cabins on some ships where the whole life boat is in front of you, and that will be cheaper as well. You can also get ocean view cabins as well that have an obstruction as well. So it isn't just balcony cabins, but for us, this is completely perfect. I'm feeling very happy apart from 1 or 2 little things. It's fabulous.
Yeah, don't sit down on this balcony bed, especially wearing white.
Nope. No thank you. Oscar, what do you think about the cabins on board the ship?
I really like my cabin. My bed is massive, love it, but there's one thing about it that I don't really like. So when you put my bed out, there's this like little thing I can go through, and then every time I walk through, I literally trip over.
So you keep tripping over your bed. Is it nice and comfortable, your cabin though? Do you like the balcony and everything?
Yeah, I really like it.
Well, hello and welcome back. So it's been a few days since we last saw you because we just want to live in this space for a few days to see how it is. It's actually day 9, so we're well and truly almost over with our cruise, which is we're very sad about. But don't worry, there's more coming on our next episode where we're going to explore the ports again. But honestly, guys, this cabin has been really lovely. Don't really have many complaints, really. The only complaint we have is the cleanliness of the balcony. That still hasn't been cleaned, even though we've been promised it will do. It's filthy out there, it really is. But apart from that, it's okay. Our room steward does seem very, very busy, bless him. It's really unfortunate because they've laid off so many people, all of the cruise lines, and they're working double as hard as they usually do. So you do miss things like the double turn down service just for a refresh of towels, because it only allows you to shower once a day. And when you're getting off in really hot and sweaty ports and going to the pool multiple times, you do need a few more towels, but you can request them, so all is good. This evening it is white night, so you might be wondering, why am I wearing all white? Why do I look like Backstreet Boys, or if you're from the UK, Westlife? Well, it's because it's white night. Tonight we're going to be heading for an amazing meal at Chops Grill restaurant. This is a specialty extra charge restaurant, and then we're going to go and enjoy the entertainment on board Anthem of the Seas. It's one thing that we love about this type of ship. So should we get ready? Meet my family. So my family are with me as well. So my 2 nephews, Teddy and Oscar, and my brother and his wife as well. So let's go have a fun time on board, shall we?
Does she not have a name? Is it just the wife?
The wife. Well, I didn't say Stephen either, so Stephen and Sophie, my brother and sister-in-law. So we came down to one of our favourite little haunts on board the ship. It's called the Schooner Bar, and what's really nice is that Chops Grill is literally connected to the bar, so we're going to grab a quick drink before we go for some din-dins and then enjoy it. Guys, I have to say the crowd on board, on the most part, has been really, really nice. Now, we have alluded to it a few times. Let me just look around to check that nobody's listening first. Mostly Americans, Brits and Australians. But weirdly, and something that surprised us, is that there's over 1,000 or around 1,000 Russians on board. This isn't just something that I expected. Now, we have noticed some behaviour from this group of people. I don't know if it's just those people or the whole culture in general, but very, very rude behaviour. Oscar, for example, has been manhandled several times and pushed out the way. We've seen lots of queue jumping, so line jumping as well, which is really bad. And just a nasty attitude. We've actually been spoken to by a few crew members that we know on board that we've seen on different Royal Caribbean ships, who have also mentioned how badly their staff, hi Teddy, how badly the staff has been treated by this group of people as well. But it just really surprises me, guys, that over nearly 1,000 Russian people on board. It's just not something we expected, especially because we didn't think they liked the whole American society and all of that sort of jazz. So it's not having a go at them, it's just a shock. Just something that I wasn't really expecting. You okay, Teddy? Teddy's all dressed in black and white. He's looking all zebra-like tonight, aren't you, sweetheart? Hello. Are you going to say hello to the camera? Say hello, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nope, he wants to go running.
Now, I don't want to generalise the whole population in the same way that people tend to generalise what British people are like, because we're not all Mary Poppins, trust me. But we have noticed a big shift in the behaviour and quite rude passengers, ruder than Costa. But we didn't realise at first that was the reason why, and then we spoke to a passenger who said, yeah, it's because there's like 1,000 Russians on board. So there you go, is what it is. I don't want to sound negative here. It's not ruined the holiday or anything like that. It's just an observation, just something we've noticed.
So we're here in Chops Grill, really excited. This is the American steakhouse restaurant, and as I said, it's an extra charge, so you do pay for this. We bought the 3 dining package because it's a 2-week cruise and we want to try a few different restaurants. We're going to try Wonderland again in our next episode, which we're really excited about. It's been a few years since we've done that, so I'm just going to peruse the menu and pick what I want. Lots of choices, and trying to stay healthy as well. It's not going to be an easy task, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to treat myself.
So we've got the all-important breads, and I've already tucked in because it's absolutely blooming delicious, guys. You get a brown bread and a pretzel bread, and the pretzel bread is so good. It's like salted on the top, and it's like nice and soft in the middle. So I think it's time I try the brown bread now. I don't care. I'm going to go bread crazy tonight.
Well, we're an equal opportunities company and channel, so we need to treat both the same and eat both, don't we?
Exactly. We love all bread. We are one bread. Ooh, this is onion bread. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely amazing.
Whoa, well, this starter is baking me crazy because it's a large piece of bacon. It's a big old slab of meat on my plate. Who doesn't like that? A big old slab of meat. That pig, it did well on that farm. It was raised really well to be a good piece of pork, and I'm very proud of it, and so should the farmer who raised it. It is delicious. Really like the sauce as well. It's like sticky and crispy on the outsides and soft and mushy on the insides. Lovely. Very nice starter indeed.
I went for the colossal shrimp cocktail. It's so colossal. When it landed on the table, it went douche. It's like colossal. But nice 4 big pieces of shrimp, and it comes with a cocktail sauce on the side. Squeeze my lemon over the top of it. They're pretty big, aren't they? They're blooming huge. Cocktail sauce, delicious, tangy, and nice big colossal shrimps. Really nice starter. So I ordered the wild mushroom soup for my second starter. She's crazy, guys. It's a party girl. She loves to party all night. This is one of my favourite soups. I hope it's just as good as I remember.
How's the shrooms, David?
Oh, rich, creamy, delicious. It's still the cat's pyjamas. I absolutely love it.
Cat's pyjamas? What? Is it psychedelic?
Maybe. I'm seeing cats in pyjamas, so maybe.
So Teddy is definitely a liability on White Night. We should all stay away from him because we will be covered in chocolate otherwise. Hello, Oscar. How are you enjoying your dinner so far?
Good. I got the crab cake. It was actually really nice. I love the sauce. There's this really nice restaurant called Pickle in Dubai.
Yeah.
And then they have this like special sauce.
Enjoyed it.
That's what it tasted like, and then the crab cake was really nice.
Just watching Teddy, he's absolutely hilarious, guys, eating his chocolate cake. He's loving it. Are you just making your hair look good, Oscar, on camera?
Yeah, I'm just looking into the camera, making my hair look good.
Look, we'll match. We've got matchy hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that bacon was a big piece of meat. Look at this old girl. It's a big old filet mignon. And it looks delicious. It comes in a bigger version and a smaller version. I caved and went for the bigger version, guys. We've got a whole plethora of sides as well. So we basically went for everything. Mac and cheese, tater tots, cream spinach, mashed potato, fries, roasted potatoes, all sorts, mushrooms, and it's all wonderful. Let me try my lovely steak. I got some peppercorn sauce. So there's 3 different types of sauce. So you had béarnaise, red wine, and peppercorn. Let's have a bit of peppercorn to treat myself. Let's have a try. Wonderful. Very tasty indeed. It's just massive. I've definitely got bigger eyes than I do my belly. What's that saying?
Your eyes are bigger than your belly.
My eyes are bigger than my belly, that's what I'm trying to say. Because there's no chance I'll be able to finish this. She is a big girl. Moosive.
And surprise, surprise, I went for the fish option, which is the branzino. It is absolutely delicious. Lovely, flaky, nice size, and it comes on a bed of spinach. But I love all the sides. Our server just basically brought us every single side for us to try, which is my favourite thing. It's just to try a little bit of everything.
Let us know in the comments, would you like to lay in a bed of spinach? Because I certainly would. Doesn't it just feel lovely, the greenery all around you? A bed of cream spinach. It might feel a bit wet at first, but I'm sure it'd feel very nice on your skin afterwards. Oh, so we've just finished dinner. We had an amazing dessert. We basically just ordered one of each dessert. So we had the lemon meringue, the chocolate cake, the apple pie, and the cheesecake, and it was all wonderful. Really fantastic service tonight as well. The guy went really above and beyond, especially with the kids, making sure they were fed, and got some cheeky stuff from the non-kids menu. We've just came to the back of the ship now. We have a reservation for Spectra's Cabaret. Now this is in the 270 area, and it's a big show here, and it's going to involve all of the robots and things. We recommend booking all of the shows as soon as you get on board because they do sell out. Download the Royal Caribbean app and you can get booked nice and easily. Anyway, showtime. So boys, what did you think about Spectra's Cabaret?
It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah,
It was good, wasn't
it's
it?
such a good show. It's super interactive. There's lots going on, and it has some fantastic music as well. It's one of my favourite shows.
Also, the guy high-fived me and then pointed at me, and then there was this woman who also waved at me. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, it is. They're absolutely. The cast were amazing. Amazing singers, amazing dancers. My biggest tip, it's a little bit of an awkward theatre because there's quite a few areas where you can't see. So definitely get there early to secure a good seat. But we had no problems on this one because it was quite quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, such a good show. Loved it.
Right, Oscar, what are we doing now?
We're going to the other show called the Acrobatic Show. If it's terrible, we're just going to go back to the room and watch Pitch Perfect 2, which we're about to watch. I watched that yesterday, but my mum and dad want to see it, so
Okay.
we're watching that one today. Bye-bye, guys. See you at the theatre.
Well, that show was pretty good, guys. Not the biggest fan of acrobatics and things like that, but it was very entertaining. Loads of entertainment all around the ship. Live music. It's one thing that we really love about Royal Caribbean, and we're so happy to see it's just as good as always. There's so much entertainment everywhere on the ship. We just haven't been bored.
So after these 3 sea days, it doesn't stop there because we've got some incredible ports coming up. We're going to Thailand, we are going to Malaysia, and we're ending in Singapore, which is one of our favourite places ever. The thing I'm loving about this cruise is the ports are so unusual to us. It's the first time we've been to a lot of them, and it's ports that we have been to before, but there was so much more to explore. And for us, it's just such a different part of the world. We've done the Caribbean, we have done America, we've done Europe, so it's so exciting to be trying something new and seeing a totally different part of the world, which is just incredible.
Oh, what an amazing day we've had here on Anthem of the Seas. We're really, really loving our cruise. And as we said, next week, oh my gosh, we've got some amazing things coming up. Can't leave without giving a few tips about cabins and picking the right cabin for you, because it really is important. As we looked at earlier on, that obstruction has not been a problem at all. We would absolutely every time book an obstructed cabin if it gave us a discount, because an obstruction like that makes absolutely no difference, and we saved a good 15% or so on a normal cabin. A normal cabin would have been about $400 more, so that's a considerable saving that we can spend on board. The one thing that we do recommend when choosing a cabin is just checking your surroundings, so check all of the decks above and below. You can do this by going on to one of the deck plans, type in the ship's name and then deck plans, and just take a look at the decks above and below and just see what's around your cabin, because the one thing that can make a huge difference on any cruise is noise. And if you're located near something noisy like a theatre, or if you're above or below a bar, or even something like below the buffet or the Lido deck, it can be very noisy with chairs scraping, people singing and dancing. So that's the most important thing for us. That's my biggest tip when it comes to booking a cabin. Just make sure your cabin is in a desirable location. Now, if you do suffer from seasickness as well, because it has been quite bumpy today, we recommend booking a cabin lower down and in the center of the ship, because this is where you're going to get the least amount of motion and inertia. So the lower down you are and towards the center, the better. When you're on the extremes at the very front of the ship, which is usually called the forward, or the back of the ship, which is called the aft, this is where you're going to get the most movement. So definitely pick a cabin there. Guys, we just can't thank you enough for supporting us and following us on our journey. Please do hit that subscribe button and the like button, because it really helps us out. And a big thank you to our patrons as well. You too can become a patron by clicking the link in the description section below, and in return we give you lots of things, including amazing episodes that nobody else gets to see, episodes that we've created on this cruise and other cruises, as well as behind the scenes, things with our home life as well, so vlogs that we make at home whilst we've just moved and we're decorating and things like that. We give you early access to our videos, ad-free access to our videos, much more, and a monthly call as well, where we get to chat with everybody, which is so fantastic. So I guess that's it till next week. Oh, I guess that's it till next time. Happy cruising. Oh, I'm so tired. So not tired, but in a good way. I love a happy sleep on a cruise day.